Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of May I Scraplift You. And today I am scraplifting the amazing Faustina Keating. She had posted this layout in a group that we're both in, and I thought I would go ahead and give that one a shot because I really like that color blocked look. So I started out with some craft cardstock. I created a border, but I am mounting it onto some white paper because I gutted it. I wanted the gutted piece to be used on the top of the layout, but I also needed somewhere for all of those pieces of paper to be glued down to. So that is why I added the white paper behind it so that I have something solid for all of these strips of paper to be adhered to. So I am cutting these into 3-inch strips. This is a Cowboy Country collection from Echo Park, if you're curious about that. I don't know if it's available or not. It probably is. And so I am cutting 2 of each paper so that I can use the front and the back. I didn't end up using this striped one because I didn't want those stripes to compete with the red stripes, and I definitely wanted the red paper on there. And so I am pretty happy with the way that the color blocking comes out. 2 of those papers were from my stash, so one of them was not quite 12 inches across, and so I do have to kind of mix and match the lengths, but a lot of it's covered up in the middle anyway, so if they don't match up, it's not a big deal. It's mainly the top and the bottom that they have to match up or align together. But because I cut them in 3-inch strips, it's going to take the entire 12 inches vertically. So I will have to trim all of those papers down again. I don't know why I did not think of that when I was cutting or creating my strips of paper. So note to self, if you're doing it, I would highly recommend that you cut them smaller than 3 inches, maybe like 2 3/4, or somewhere between 2 3/4 and 2 7/8. Because here I go, I'm having to trim everything down and make it fit. I did not make you sit through watching that, but the piece that you just saw me cut, I cut twice as much off of that as to what you see. Oh, actually, I did make you sit through it. Whoa. Okay, sorry about that. And I added that paper, that last paper, because when I put the blue cowboy paper or the print that has the horses and stuff next to the blue floral, it just didn't look right. So I went with this lighter toned color. The reverse side of it is teepees, but I didn't really want to use the teepees. So I went with a side that has more of a southwestern kind of feel to it. And I'm really liking the way that it looks next to the darker colors. It was starting to look too dark with the blue next to the blue, and I was not having it. So that's why I changed up my plan, and I'm pretty happy with the way that it turns out. So now I'm just going to go ahead and align everything so that it lays down with a border of the white and the craft cardstock. I really like the way that that looks. I am inking everything up in Black Soot Distress ink in case you were curious what color that is that I am using. I do know that my ink pad is off screen at the moment, so my apologies for that, but it is Black Soot and it's a regular distress ink. It's not the oxide ink. So it's just my go-to. I don't know what I was thinking here either. I totally cut this piece wrong. I had to cut it twice. It was just still too long, but yeah, it ends up working out. And I didn't even show you that it was too long and that I can't measure, but now it's too short in case you didn't notice that. Yeah, I don't know, but it gets covered up, so it's not a big deal. So this piece of paper that I'm using right now, I'm trying to decide what 3x4 card that I'm going to use out of it. So I use this one that says Howdy Partner, and I inked it up with Black Soot Distress ink as well. And now I'm going to trim down the side of the craft paper there. There was something sticky on my trimmer, in case you're wondering what I was doing there. I was trying to rub the adhesive off of it. And so I'm trimming that down so that it's the right width. And then I will mat my 3x4 card into some white, or onto some white cardstock. I'm going to pull another piece off of that cut apart sheet to go with it, and once I get all of that matted and on the craft color, I will rip it. I see I was almost going to rip it right there, but then I thought, oh my gosh, I got to add this other piece because otherwise I don't know what's going down below where it says Howdy Partner. So I'm going to use this piece that says Yeehaw, and it has these horizontal lines across the top of it. I am going to trim out some of those because I want to bring it up a little bit. I don't want it to be hanging quite so far down below the photo. I don't mind if it hangs down a little bit, but I don't want it to hang down a lot. And I'm trying to get it as close to the same width as the Howdy partner without cutting off the Y or the E of the word yeehaw, in case you're wondering what I am doing there. So I just keep cutting a little bit at a time, measuring it, cutting, measuring it, or, putting it in its place just to kind of see how it looks. And then I will ink it up with some more Black Soot Distress ink. And then I am going to mat it onto some white paper. So I do need to make an allowance for that white paper because I want it to look uniform with the other two pieces that are matted on the craft cardstock. So once I get all of that down, I can go ahead and do my ripping. And I didn't want the white edge showing because I'm matting the entire thing onto white anyway. So you're not going to notice the white ripped edge. So the craft edge is a cleaner look anyway. On top of the white. So there it is. I'm happy with the way that that looks. I like all of that background paper, but I like that my photo is still the star of the show. And then I did not have a lot left on the sticker sheet from this collection, but I did have a few pieces, so I pulled in what I could. There's a cow that or a bull that I am putting up onto some foam tape to give a little added dimension. And I am going to use this little piece here. I like that my embellishments are crossing the line of the framing that I did for the photo and the 3x4 cards. And so that kind of makes me happy. And then I'm going to put one up at the top that is going to go outside of the frame of the craft colored cardstock to continue that theme of breaking those boundary lines. So there is the last one. I'm going to add a little bit of foam tape to that. And that one says something like Lazy R Ranch or Lazy something ranch. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that that turned out. And I've got now a visual triangle of embellishments around the entire matted area where the photos reside. So then I used a lot of stickers from this Bungalow Lane sticker sheet or sticker book while I was at this crop. It was an all-day crop that my friend hosts monthly. This piece says happy, and then I'm going to pull some stars off of it as well, which is kind of funny. I was going to wait until I got home and use my star punch that has dimension, but I decided to just put these onto some white cardstock and trim them and then pop them up onto foam tape, which gives it the added dimension as well anyway. And I'm liking the way that that looks. And stars are really easy to cut once you've got a template for them or when you have a sticker that is a star, because it's all just straight lines. So I don't mind fussy cutting that. It doesn't take very long. I chose to use one large one and two small ones in each one of the embellishment areas. And I like the way that they end up looking. So it was just, I don't know. It was just so happened that the stars in that sticker pack went well with the colors that were in this layout. So I'm going to use the mustard one, I'm using the orangey red one, and I'm going to use the blue ones. So it does a great job of bringing all of those colors into each one of the embellishment areas because those colors are all represented. I could have probably pulled in, I was going to say I could probably pull in the green, but there was only one green one in the medium size. So that is probably why I did not even think about using the green, because there is green on this layout in that polka dotted paper. I don't know if you can tell on your screen, but it's a very dark green. I'm not going to make you sit through watching me cut out all the rest of those stars. I am going to pop them up onto some foam tape. So you're going to see the placement of them here, because I do realize that on a small screen, it might be able to it may be a little hard to see where I put them. So I did leave this portion of it in, but once you saw me cut a couple of the stars, I didn't make you sit through all of it. And then I'm going to use a little bit of white linen ink from Dilutions to go ahead and splatter around. And then I also use a little bit of gold Heidi Swap Color Shine to finish it off. The little bottom area where the craft cardstock is will be for journaling. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out everyone else who is playing along with May I Scraplift You. All the links are down below for you in case you want to go and check out those channels. I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video, and if you have questions or comments, you can leave them down below, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.